Hello everyone, welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler, and we are going to break down two pretty ugly plays that the Packers had, and hopefully these will give people an idea of some of the things structurally that went wrong in this game. And
well, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, because I mean there were so many plays you could pick, but we just tried to find two that were sort of indicative of what happened during the game.
Yeah, you don't want Aaron Rodgers mad with you.
Yeah, well, he might be after this. So this is a third quarter play, 2nd and 9, about 3 minutes left. And what we have here is, I mean, typical Packers have 3 wide receivers plus their tight end. But what they do is move James Starks out here and turn it into an empty backfield. Right. So he winds up over there. Now, we have 90 in red because this is going to be a blitz that really messes the offensive line up. I don't know what happened, how they didn't pick it up. But maybe you can show that, and then we can get to what happened with the routes.
And one of the things, Josh Sitton is the best in the business. And, I mean, these guys have been working together for a while. But for some reason, a lot of the pick plays inside or the holding plays inside is really to free up the secondary guy.
Right.
So this guy really does a great job in Denver because he just puts pressure right there on Josh inside. And for some reason, Corey Linsley put pressure on, start to block him. Well, what happened was 54 looped around and came here. Both guys just came off a 90 and slid over to 54, and he was able to come in and get sacked. But before we talk about this, the route out here is as such, Aaron can get the ball off.
Right. So
he has enough time to get the ball off.
Okay, show us what the route is there.
He just ran like the back shoulder throw.
Okay.
And this is their best corner to leave. His back was turned.
Now let's look at that first photo. You can see
look at
that
the first one.
there it is. He's got him. He looks like he's ready to throw it. I don't know if there's indecision there whether to throw the go route or whether to throw the back shoulder. It sort of looks like Jones has the go route because Talib's off balance there.
Yes, he had the go route or he had the back shoulder throw, either one he wants. But he can get it out without getting sacked.
He needs to get rid of it there.
And that's the timing of a lot of these defenses and offenses. People look at this on television and they'll say, well, a guy wasn't open.
Yeah.
Or the line isn't blocking. Well, a lot of that may be true. And I don't disagree with that. But when you got a Hall of Fame type quarterback, get the ball out.
Yeah, I think this is the issue we talked a little bit about in 5 Questions, which is, you know, are you going to be careful and not throw interceptions, or in a game that you're losing, are you going to start taking some chances? And maybe you need to start taking some chances.
And even if he, in this particular play, go to the next picture, Bill, then you start to see, now this is what he sees from the end zone copy.
Right.
You know, he's actually, if you're going to stare it down, throw it.
Yeah.
Because, and then you go to the next picture, then you see the result of that. Now you got a sack.
Right.
And I think that's the problem with that line. Say, well, you know what, okay, I get it. We missed the block.
Right.
But you had enough time to get the ball off. And then all Starks and the tight end were just crossing.
Right. And so, he had Starks, but the pressure was there too quickly.
Yeah, the pressure was there. Progression could have went from here back over to here. But by then, 90 was pressuring, you know, these guys to understand them out. Aaron could have a beef with the offensive line.
Yeah,
he could say, guys, y'all get it straight up there. I can go through my
Right.
full progression.
He's assuming, and he has to assume, that this block is going to be made.
Yes.
So then he's going to come back and go to Jones. But in a game like, I mean, Starks, but, you know, sometimes in a game like that, when you're feeling pressure, maybe it's best to just get rid of it. You know? It's 2nd and 9, live another day.
And that's why I asked a question to you. Do you think Aaron always knows down and distance?
Good question. I mean, I would assume so. He's a smart guy. He you know, he's watching everything out there. I would assume he does, but this was just, I mean, it's just indicative of what's going on. They're getting bump coverage from these corners. It's making indecisions. tougher for Rodgers to determine whether guys are open or not? It's an
Yeah, 'cause
effective tool right now.
And I really thought that these guys would be deep. Sometimes they're playing coverage, cover 2 across the board. They were in true man-to-man, bringing 5-man pressures, and they were running stunts in games. But these guys have seen these games before. And Aaron's a fantastic quarterback. Put your foot in the ground, make the throw, or do like you've always done, take off and run. Or these guys got to get it together, give him that fortified, shield, and let him go to the secondary guy. But it don't always work like that. These guys get paid too.
A lot of times when a team has a bad game like that, it's several things going wrong at once, and that was certainly what happened on that play.
Absolutely.
And we will take another look this time at the defense.
Yes.
So now we're going to switch gears to the defense, and what we're going to look at here is an example. Early on, Packers played a lot of man-to-man, and Manning chewed them up. And then in the second half they went to some zone, and he chewed them up again. Yeah. So this is a zone play, and I'm going to let you kind of just take us through it.
Yeah, because you never really want to be in red.
Yeah, not in our board, you don't.
No, but this is just a basic play with the back in the flat. Okay, this tight end goes up and what we call run a basic. Okay,
right.
And then this tight end runs like a deep over. Now, when you're explaining these kind of drops in a zone, you can always understand, Tom. If they put one in front of you, it's one behind you. It's just a concept. And what happened was, I just think that if you're not ever deep enough, and I really want you to pay attention to this 2nd and 12. Now, you have to understand what's going on here. You got an 8-man front here, so when Morgan Burnett comes down, okay, he's fine, but they're both guys are just way too shallow.
Right, so the first down is way up here somewhere, right?
Yeah, so it's, you got these guys going to be deep. And now you got, Caldwell come in on a deep in route. And when this tight end goes across like this, Palmer just jumps up.
Yeah.
And he's just not deep enough. He should be about right here, and 42 should be about right there.
You can see his alignment to start with in this first one. So there he is. He's a little too shallow. You see Burnett on the right. And he's probably starting out at the proper depth.
Yeah,
right?
He's starting out. He's fine.
Right, and Palmer, back to the board, he actually jumps
way too wide
back. But yeah, you thought he went too wide, and he should have gone this way.
Yeah,
right?
Just go straight back, and now that's his area. And let this guy who's actually stopped, Tom, he stopped right there. Let him. You can drive up on that. Don't jump him. You got to make sure you stop this middle play.
And if he crosses, then there's guys here.
Zone.
Right. He's got two guys over there. Don't get sucked in. And that's the whole concept of the play, isn't it? To try to get him to suck up and get him behind him.
Right. And I think that's the whole issue. And actually, matter of fact, this guy ran a corner route because he tried to take the middle. If it's a middle, say take him out. So that takes Randall out of it. That takes Matthews out of it.
Yeah, you can see that in the next photo.
One. Yep, see there's the whole view.
Now, so you see there, Hayward's backpedaling on the top. He's okay with that receiver. Hyde is just out in the flat and doing nothing, but you said that's fine.
Yep.
You see that tight end running, or the wide receiver, Caldwell running right behind Palmer, getting ready to run behind Palmer. And that's where you said he needs to be deeper. You can see the first down markers way behind him.
Yeah, down in distance. Let him throw the ball in front of you. You can drive up, make a play. Now it's 3rd and 6. You get a chance to line up again. But these are the kind of plays that hurt you.
Right. And so back to the board, what happened was with Palmer here, Manning just had a nice little throw right down the middle.
As soon as he knew where it was going, step up and make a pass right on rhythm. Never got off his spot. If Peyton Manning stays on his spot, he's good. He's not good when he's moving off the spot. He has to go up and down. But if he stays on his spot, he's a pretty good quarterback. And to put up 340 yards and 1 interception on a secondary that just gave up 500, to Phillip Rivers, I guess, it's apples to oranges.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Peyton was struggling coming into this game, throwing 10 interceptions. You know, you just don't want to give a guy anything. Make him earn it. So stay back here, drive this play. You can always come up, but it's hard to go back.
I think they had that discussion with him. They took Palmer out of the game for a series and talked to him. I think he's got a little bit of trouble, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more Jake Ryan in the weeks to come.
Trouble in paradise.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, because there's a shortage at middle linebacker, so these guys got on. And you're going to see the same plays against Carolina.
Right.
They got a tight end that you're going to want to jump up, and Ted Ginn Jr. is going to be standing right behind you for 25 yards. So play it deep to short.
Okay, good. Well, thanks for joining us for X's and O's, and we'll be back after the Carolina game.